Hi there, everyone. Happy Saturday. This is Kim Stanwood, Terranova, here at Rhythmia Life Advancement Center. We're so happy you are joining us. I'm so happy to be back. I was gone for a couple of weeks, but I'm right here. And I'm really grateful that today, this wonderful soul, Katie from Florida, said yes to coming to sitting on this couch with me to share with you everything. Well, most things. We'd have to be here longer than the time we have of most things that occurred for her this week that she wants to share with you. So I thank you for saying yes and coming to be with me right now.
Thank you for having me.
How was your week?
Unbelievable. I mean, sometimes I feel like when we talk about it, it sounds dramatic, but I really can't even put it into words, right? Life-changing.
Yeah.
And I didn't even come to have my life changed.
So that's a perfect place to start. What was your intention in coming?
So I had learned about these kind of ceremonies and ayahuasca in general a few years ago, really, as I was expanding my spiritual practice. And had always just kind of been like, I'm open to the idea. Didn't necessarily feel the need. And then at the end of last year, so the end of 2021, my girlfriend and I, kind of started having conversations about it. And honestly, one thing led to another. And it was almost like, it was undeniable. It was the synchronicities from the universe. And
I love that.
We said, you know what? Let's go. And
how did you find out about Rhythmia?
So we had a couple friends who had come to Rhythmia. So once we decided we were going to do this, we started Google searching and Rhythmia came up. And we really, we kind of started researching and looking into it and said, well, this is our number one choice.
Yes.
And then we said, oh, well, let's ask so-and-so where her family went. Well, sure enough, Rhythmia. Let's ask my acupuncturist. I know he's gone. Where'd he go? Rhythmia, right?
Oh, so I love it. You just kept getting signs everywhere.
Yeah. And so just, there's some crazy stories out there, right? Just being honest about these, about anything in the world. So this made us feel so safe that this was such a reputable place, not only what you read online, but people who we trust and their individual experiences.
That word, Katie, that word is so important because I have the honor of hearing it a lot of people saying, I just felt so safe. Yeah. I felt so safe and held and loved to participate in some really deep healing. So thank you for knowing that was part of your draw, that, we could go to these expansive places in our consciousness in a safe environment.
And it was that more than anything, honestly.
Wow.
Right.
Beautiful.
Like just feeling safe. If things can be scary and jumping is taking, a step maybe out of your box into the unknown, personal growth, spiritual growth, whatever it may be. But I don't think you can get there and crack that,
yes,
without feeling safe. And
true. Agreed.
That I would say is the word of the week, right?
I love that. The word of the week.
Everything safe. I did.
Yes.
You guys have a magical way of making us feel held and safe and just honored.
Thank you. Oh, lovely. Those are some of my favorite words: held, safe, and honored. Thank you. I will make sure everyone knows that, because that's definitely fulfilled intention, that our intention is to be of service to hold you safely through your transformation. So did you have quite a few transformations?
Oh my gosh, to say the least. And like I said, I wasn't, I didn't necessarily know what I was looking for, right? I know a lot of people come for maybe healing traumas or addictions or, and I just wanted to come with a really open mind and not attach myself to an outcome because I didn't want to be disappointed.
Good job.
But you guys, throughout the process, you guys did such a good job of guiding us through our intentions, right? That I had miracles I never expected.
Can you share one of your miracles?
Yeah. Please? So, I think as a person as a whole, I'm fairly confident and go through life that way. But I was shown physically, spiritually, mentally, the first night how I treat myself and how I talk to myself. And it was the most pain I've ever felt. It was, facing a hard truth of you spend so much of your time trying to make everyone else feel good.
And you're not so nice to yourself.
But
or
like,
you
what
weren't.
about you?
Yeah.
Right. And that maybe that self-talk, there really needs to be some fine tuning there. And let's take a look at that. So then I was, it hit me hard.
But that's miraculous to know that one, you were safe enough
Oh.
to set the intention, show me, and you saw through the eyes of, wow, I'm hard on me. And so often, how often are many of us hard on ourselves? But lots of times we just stay in the repetition of being hard on ourselves because we don't rise up to then put into place the practices to heal it. So the miracle that you saw it, and you already had practices, then you amplified them and are starting to practice more to heal that, right?
Well, and I think it was so interesting because the intention, right? Show me who I've become. Going into it, it's almost like, oh my gosh, I'm going to see all the ways I've hurt people in my life, or all the things I've done to other people, or I wasn't nice to so-and-so in elementary school, right? No, it was 100% me. And it was like beautifully awful, right? But it was exactly what I needed. And
okay, that was an amazing sentence. Hold on. It was beautifully awful and exactly what I needed. That it takes willingness to know that awful can be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Because it was temporary, right?
Yeah.
The awful was just temporary.
But it's like brutal, right? Brutally beautiful, right?
Brutal.
And it was incredible, right? To get what you need, not necessarily what you want or what feels good, but for that growth. I mean, I think that, we have to experience to learn to truly make it impactful and sustainable. So that was my first, I don't know if you want me to go.
Yes,
into,
I want you
so
to go.
this is first night, right? And I'm trying to be positive and trying to okay, it's going to be, it's going to be better. But I was a little bit shook. Just
from the first night of seeing how hard you are on yourself.
How hard I was, right? And I was amazed by this place. And I'm not kidding you guys. The protocols that they have here are magic. Like every class, every speaker, your class, boom, shift. I already am feeling lighter, feeling better, feeling that emotion shift. I mean, you're marvelous.
Thank you.
As everyone I'm sure already knows, but you're incredible. And the way that you spoke, there's a tiny shift in my perspective, right? And the food you eat and the conversations you have with people around you.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing how fast that bond is built, right? Here you are 24, 36 hours later and boom.
Yes.
Then Meg's class. So integration class.
Whole nother shift.
She changed the game for me. And I was exhausted from Monday. And I said, you know what? I'm going in 2 white flags up. I'm surrendered,
Yeah.
Let me hear it. Take me now. Which sounds silly, but it was the best way I could have gone into that. And again, I just feel like I'm being dramatic when I say it, but it's not true. Like I have never felt so much love in my entire life as I did on Tuesday night. I mean, I was able to meet my soul and have a conversation with my soul family, and the absolute honor, reverence, care, love, joy, happiness, lightness that came that night in that ceremony. You want to hold on to that forever.
You will.
And it was, but I was so grateful for Monday night once I experienced Tuesday.
Okay,
that could not have happened without Monday night.
And that's forever. That I want to make sure everyone hears is that often one night feels like, oh, this is so hard. And I always say, stay the course, because you immediately something else could shift. But your insights and miracles that came from some pain that was being released the one night before you could have an opening to catch the next level of care. And that keeps going from Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday to Friday.
And that's where I would say in this process to anybody who's even considering it or listening, trust is everything. And you're able to trust because you're in a safe environment.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And because you've kind of shown up and you have these experts in this field who have tons of experience and knowledge and research to back all of this up, that this is a natural process. And like, it's really natural to feel really bad and low.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's really natural to maybe feel really high.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, so that's me, right? Here I am in the two extremes, super low, super high. And I found it kind of ironic that sometimes my life's like this, right? Like, shocker.
Yes. Kind of shows up.
Oh, thanks, universe.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me something here too?
But you listened.
Yes. So going into the third night, I then, it was a night of balance. It was a night of, it was a little bit here, but it was pretty balanced. And it just made me laugh, right? Because it was like, guess what? You're safe. You're safe in the balance.
Yes,
It's okay to be content with simplicity and the little messages and just in the now and with yourself. And it doesn't have to be earth shattering, right? It doesn't have to be a super low or a super high. Like, miraculous things can happen right here, like here in the middle.
Yes. And that is
that's
another
life.
key. Yes. If we will stay awake to catch, because I think in society, we're taught, we see these highs and lows and we're like, oh my goodness, this is great and this is so bad. Whereas in the middle, the miracles absolutely can occur because we're staying balanced to catch them. Sometimes in the highs and lows, we're so severe that we don't have an open availability to see, oof, that was miraculous. That conversation was miraculous. That right there was miraculous. So you caught them.
And what it reminds me of, not to get off topic here, but I'm sure many listeners are familiar with Brene Brown and her work, right?
Of course.
And some of her work, and I'm going to say all this wrong, so don't quote me, but the concept here is in a lot of her research, researching people who've lost loved ones and the moments that they miss most, right? The moments that they miss most are not the big moments in life. It's I miss watching the way that she chewed her food at the dinner table. I miss watching the way that he giggled when he ran outside. I miss the simple moments, the little things that if we could shift our perspective and see the light, the love, the joy, all of it in these tiny little moments in life, like that, that's what they want back, right?
Yes.
If I could just have one more meal, if I could just go on one more walk. Like, that's
I'm watching everyone around you just be illuminated as you re-enter back into your world.
I hope so.
Just your presence right now, being present with them, is going to shift everything.
Yeah.
Breathwork. What do you think of breathwork?
Oh my gosh. Like, game changer.
Yeah.
First night.
Yes. That's intentional.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, I have done a little bit of it, and I have a practice to where, I have my meditation practice, and, but this is a whole nother level. Fiona is unbelievable. It's just like, I'm amazed by what you guys have created and crafted, like the amount of time that has been spent to it, down to every single detail, down to the pillows, down to the blankets, down to the, right. I mean,
Jerry will love to hear that.
It matters so much.
So much.
Again, you feel cozy, you feel safe, you feel comfortable.
And if you feel safe, you can grow and unfold.
I mean, safety is everything. You're in a room with a bunch of strangers.
For how long?
Right?
24 hours, and they're not strangers anymore.
No, I've been, but I mean, the first night of breathwork,
yes.
I've been there for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, even in the first night of breathwork, I felt like I was receiving insights and messages and it was, and I've implemented, I've done a good job of journaling while I've been here to just help me process that and look back. And even what I have looked back on from Monday, this is 4 days later. What, it's Friday or Saturday?
It's actually Saturday. Yeah.
Who knows? It's amazing. Yeah. So breathwork was incredible. And then that was the first night. And then I had my second breathwork session last night, and it was a whole other level.
Yes.
It was as impactful as a ceremony.
Thank you for saying that.
And you guys would say that, like there are solutions out there for everybody.
We'll hear that, please. There are solutions out there for everyone, and we pack a lot of them right here.
Yes.
And when you trust the journey, because you feel safe, the miracles happen, whether it's in roots, whether it's in ceremony, whether it's in breath work, whether it's in class or having a conversation. The miracles keep bubbling up because there are solutions everywhere present. I want to make a point of what you said about your journal, because I appreciate that. Everyone knows in class, I'm always asking them where journaling is a beautiful practice. When you come to Rhythmia, please bring
Yes.
a good journal. In breath work, I have been known to sit for, I can't even say how long afterwards, and just journal.
I mean, I almost did that last night.
Good.
I almost was like, I can't go. I gotta.
Yes,
but
because later you'll reflect back and something else will pop up. Or after ceremony, journaling, something will pop up. It's like, whoa, I didn't catch that. Because there is so much occurring that every bit you write down just opens the door for more to be revealed.
I mean, I would say I also had one of my biggest shifts from just journaling outside the other morning. Like the sun was rising and I had a cup of coffee and because I've gotten, just being completely honest, I've gotten really stuck with journaling at times. And I've been told over and over by a lot of different people, you need to write. You need to write. I'm like, well, I clearly have a block here. Because what do I write? Like that like this
Not
isn't
anymore.
flowing. And I just wrote. It was kind of what I read in class the other day.
Which was beautiful.
And it was almost just like a prayer
beautiful.
of this is what I hope to walk away with. And it feels light. Like I just, I wish I could package this feeling, you guys, and put like a big, beautiful bow on it and just say, this is what it feels like, because my words, I can't put words to the feeling, right?
You're doing a great job putting words to the feeling.
Thanks. But it's
so tell
so
everyone
exciting.
this.
Okay.
This because you're packaging it beautifully. When you go home, how is your life going to be different?
Wow.
What to do with business, relationships? What will show up differently now?
I mean, I'll show up differently, right? I think I can see how people would get really excited, about going and saying, even me with my husband, like, oh, I want you to come. This is what you need to do. Kind of that missionary type, like, this was amazing. And that comes from a place of love. That comes from, but another thing that you guys have done a good job of is just kind of said, this is the best way to integrate back into the world. And it's actually, and this is something that I, in general in life prior to this, like, be the change, be the example, live that.
Yes.
Whether it's the lightness, the peace, the joy, the kindness, the balance, just like almost the air about you, right? And the energy when you walk into a space. I mean, it speaks more than any words ever could, right? Or just how I'm going to like, I'm so excited. I'm going to cry. I'm just so excited to go home and love my husband, and my animals, and my mom, and my, like, everybody in my life.
Because you're
and
clear,
just in a way,
flow.
Yes. And we had a great relationship before, and I swear to you, like, it's already impacting him. Yeah, he doesn't even have to come. Like, it does. It's all, when I talk to him now, it's already a little bit lighter and easier, and I'm just so excited. And then in business, I'm excited too. I'm going to set more boundaries. Like, if you're saying yes to this, what are you saying no to? Like, Katie, ask yourself that. Sure. Right? Sure. If you are saying yes, which I think a lot of us probably do this because we have, maybe it's fear driven, who knows? We got to do this. We got to say yes to this. We got to say yes, because I don't want to not be asked. We've been basing our worth on how much we get done. So of course the yes comes fast. Like, I'll do that. I'll do this, versus basing our worth on who we are being. And I think when you look at some of the most successful or influential or however you base it, these individuals, right? They honor their time like nothing else, right? And that is, and then when you honor your time, other people honor your time, and your time is sacred, and your value is sacred, and what you bring is so much more impactful because it's intentional, and it is unique to whatever that situation is you're in. So I'm gonna say no to more things. And I think that at the end of the day, your boss, your coworkers, whatever it is, they'll see that, right? And the quality of your work, the impact of your work. We teach people how to treat us. And so you saying 100%. No to certain things and really being clear, like, these are my agreements. This is what I can do, what I can't do. But you have a foundation now that makes you
not makes you, helps you sustain whatever it is, a yes or no that you say.
Well, and like with my clients, are there conference calls I'm going to have to get on that maybe I'm like, oh gosh, I wish, of course, like it's just life. Nothing's going to be
But now you can say your
perfect.
intention before the conference call.
Yeah, no, you bet. Guys, I am now an intention queen, thanks to Kim.
Because it's so good. Like those conference calls are going to shift
Yeah,
now because you
yeah.
can have your intention. Okay, one more thing I want
Yes.
you to tell everyone.
Okay.
What would you say your intention is going home now?
My intention going home
Mm-hmm.
is, aside from walking each day
Mm-hmm.
and, starting each day, walking each day, loving myself first, and having the faith and confidence to walk in peace with ease, knowing that by me doing that, I give everyone else the permission to do the same thing, letting, our love and light shine. I want to lead with love, but I can't lead with love if I don't love myself
Yes.
so deeply.
And
we hear that all the time,
Monday
right?
night, you got that. That's beautiful.
And you can't give to anyone what you don't give yourself. We don't like to hear that.
That's
You say,
true.
yes, we can.
Mhm.
No, we can't. And I saw it. I felt it. And it
I want to
wasn't.
package up Katie wisdom right now. Like you want to package up all this to give it to them. I want to package up all your wisdom and give it to them. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so
You were
excited
amazing.
Thank you. So are you. And I'm so excited for you to see your husband. I'm so excited for you to see your
know.
clients. I'm so excited for you to share all that love.
Me too. I'm just so excited.
Yeah.
about everything.
This is what life is like at Rhythmia.
Right.
And why I can't wait to come back when I'm gone. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for hearing everything that Katie has to share. And it's authentic and it's pure and it's true. And we get to live in this vibration here. And we hope we see you soon. Have a beautiful day. Come to Rhythmia and we'll be here waiting for you.
Thank
Ciao.
you.